And a big shout out to Kevin Crow for upgrading his pledge. You are awesome, man. Thank you so much. Hello people of the verse and welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator, and in this video we'll talk about the latest Realm map update, which was made on June 16th, basically today. And well, there hasn't been a lot of changes, but we got a couple of deliverables that are now committed for Star Citizen for 3.14, and we will talk about also a possible major delay for 3.14 as well. But before we do that, guys, make sure to check out the Eradicators, which is my other channel where I talk about everything that is related to the gaming world but not Star Citizen related. I covered E3 quite extensively. You may want to check it out as well. The link is in the description down below. Also, being a subscriber of both channels, this one and the other one, is a requirement to win this Nova tank that I'm giving away this month. All you have to do is to subscribe to both channels and answer the giveaway related question I'll be asking throughout the video. Also, people who subscribe on Patreon and via the Join Button membership should have access to my Discord channel, where I'm also having monthly giveaways, and this month it is a Scorpius with LTI. Good luck to everyone out there. Guys, let's talk about the roadmap update. And not much was done. I'm not sure if this is good news or bad news, because, well, I suppose that we don't have any further delays, at least for the next 2 weeks, announced here on the roadmap. And it seems like the constellation Taurus is indeed finally, after so many years, going to make it to Star Citizen 3.14 here. The ship has passed its final review, and they said that they have updated its card, committed to and changed it to blue color, because that's the color that they put when the card is committed. Now, bad news if you were eagerly waiting for Ladders Tier 1, because the deliverable schedule is currently under review, and therefore they have temporarily removed this card until plan has been finalized. I suppose that unless you are the owner of, say, a Starfarer, that's not really going to be a problem. I don't know if you guys own a Starfarer, but every time you go from you get to the top deck and the middle deck, and you are on your way from the stairs to the cockpit, and you have 1 chance out of 2 to get stuck to that ladder, and it's really hard to just get out of here and just get to the cockpit after. So I suppose that maybe Ladders Tier 1 is going to be fixing those kind of bugs, and it's going to make it a little bit more intuitive, perhaps. Like there's going to be maybe a button that says climb instead of just automatically being climbing the ladder. Maybe that's it, right? Also, the space mines / bombs have been just renamed to bombs. I suppose that they are not going to bring in the space mines, which I believe are going to be a requirement, of course, for the Nautilus, which was told a couple of years back and is still not even on the roadmap. But nevertheless, the Hercules, the Hercules, I think it's the A2, yeah, the Hercules A2, that's going to be this big, massive bomber that will be delivering those mother of all bombs in Star Citizen, is coming up in 3.15, and so the ammunitions that will be put inside those A2s are just going to be called the bombs, and they have been just renamed. It's not much of a big deal here. What was not put in the committed section, however, for 3.14, and this is what we're going to talk about, are the following. We have the 2 items related to Crusader, Planet Crusader, and Horizon landing zones in the locations, unfortunately. And we also have in Cortex the planetary volumetric clouds. And you guys might be wondering, it's strange that Erad has not talked about the Evocati patches so far, because as well as I'm making this video, it is already June 17th here where I live in Taiwan, and still no Evocati phase. And that is because, guys, I'm afraid that I got some bad news. It does appear that the Evocati builds have failed repeatedly in QA, which prevented CIG from bringing 3.14 Evocati into the hands of the Evocati testers, and this has been going on since last Friday. So it's been a couple of days that have failed so far. It seems that CIG right now are struggling with rumors indicate that it is the planetary volumetric cloud tech that is an issue. From what I have understood, from what I was told, apparently it seems that when ships are entering the atmosphere, it just makes the game crash, and it just makes everything unplayable, because if you can't enter the atmosphere of a planet because of the volumetric cloud, because it makes the game crash, then you can't play at all. So that's why they are still testing internally this build, and that's why we still haven't seen any patch notes from the Evo Caddies, simply because the Evo Caddies have yet to test 3.14, which raises the question, when is 3.14 going to be available in Wave 1, at least in PTU, and then live? Probably, I'm afraid that we are once again going to see the same fate that 3.13 had, which was almost a month and a half delayed. No, at some point it is understandable, because 3.14 is going to feature that one major tech. In my opinion, it is a major tech because it is going to make planets extremely believable, especially as you fly through atmosphere. Right now, the clouds are basically 2D clouds. You know, you just it's basically, I wouldn't call it a skybox, but it's like it's just like a random line where as soon as you get past through that line, poof, the clouds magically clip from below your ship to under your ship. It just looks plain ugly and unbelievable when you pass that particular line above a couple of kilometers of altitude. And this absolutely needs to change in order to really make the planets of Star Citizen something absolutely unique and fantastic, something that we don't have in any other games, apart from, of course, Flight Simulator. But Flight Simulator is just an atmospherical flight simulator. It's not a space simulator, so that's why we don't get to fly from space to the surface. But nevertheless, it is going to be still, for the planetary tech, a major milestone, and that's why here normally I would always rant about how how the patches are delayed and CIG are not following their own schedule. I think that for 3.14, especially with the planetary volumetric cloud, I will give them a free pass, because it is, in my opinion, one of the major milestones, just like when we had the first planetary tech back in 3.0, when we moved from 2.6 into 3.0. I don't know if you guys remember how long it took for CIG to finally get a proper build for the Evo Caddies, and then the Wave 1. It's pretty much the same at the same scale here, in my opinion. Of course, it's not going to take as long as it did for planetary tech 1 back in Justice 3.0, but still, nevertheless, I think that it's very important that they take their time and that they get it ready whenever it's ready. So CIG, take your time, make sure that it works. This is something that we've been waiting for years and years and years. I think that we can still wait a couple of extra weeks for that. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, how important are volumetric clouds going to be for your own gameplay experience? I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That is the giveaway question for the Nova tank. That's all for this video, guys. As I said, unfortunately, a quick update regarding the roadmap, but at least, yeah, well, the Taurus is here, so that is a decent consolation prize, I guess. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more content on the channel. We have an Inside Star Citizen. Hopefully we'll get to do an interesting review, or we'll get to learn interesting things, and I'll see you guys, yeah, tomorrow on the channel. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.